Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another day. I'm not really sure if it's an episode. Working on the Torino. If it looks like we're making no progress and it's becoming a parts dump for things, that would be correct. If it looks like I'm not getting anywhere, it would also be correct. I started about a month ago trying to get ready for Hop Around Power Tour, and I thought I would be where I am today 1 month ago. So we're gonna keep pushing, see if we can't get the car ready. Basically, we've got fuel system left. I've got the floor pan, and possibly a wiper motor. Steering, the blinker setup has got to at least work. If it doesn't necessarily need to happen. Cover the seats. And find out where the water's coming from underneath the front cowl, which is probably a rot hole because it's a 70s Ford. So with all that said, let's get started. Got a lot of work to do. So for a recap on where we are, getting ready to paint, I'm just going to fog this in some white wherever it's black. Wherever you see the gray, that's where it was welded. That's where it was seam sealed. That's where a hole, a patch, I like to seam seal welds even if they're really good clean welds, because there's always a nook or a cranny where rust likes to find its way in. And if you seam seal it, at the very least, you're gonna get more protection than just paint alone. And as you can see here, this is all one piece at a time. Remade this whole thing. I don't know if it's gonna even seal because it doesn't look all that great in person. Hopefully it looks great for you guys, which makes me look better. And in reality, if you see it in person, you think it's crap, then you're not far from the truth. But all this had to be hand fabricated, and I use really heavy steel. And for the most part, it is a trunk lid now, where it wasn't before. I was painting the gas tank with KBS coat, which is something that I always do. On just about every surface that's bare rusty metal, and because it's such a good protector of things. And as you can see, I just ran out there and it's dirty, and this is the tank. I wasn't really planning on painting the tank because of the fact that I had bought a new tank thinking that this one was bad, and when I cracked it open it was really clean on the inside. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to fog this with paint, and when you see it again, it should be all one color. So I'll get to the crack-a-lacking on that, and we'll see what happens and how that looks. The plan is to get this fogged in white and then get started on pulling out the seats and ripping into the floor pan while this dries, and then coming back and doing the tank, putting the tank in. Funny thing, though, I want to fill you in on is this engine came out of a fuel injected Ford truck 302, and when I rebuilt the engine way back in earlier episodes that may or may not be on the site, I have to see if I can find that footage. I didn't kind of take note until it was already rebuilt that the engine itself, let's walk around, let's go around. It's just while we're talking about it, let's just peek in there. What I didn't kind of catch my attention until it was done was the fact that the timing chain cover doesn't have a provision for a mechanical fuel pump, and power steering and everything would interfere with it anyway. And so I thought I'm going to have to run a mechanical pump, and then I'm also going to have to run a mechanical fuel pressure regulator so that we don't overflow the bowl. So there's still that yet to contend with, because this thing's been bottle fed off of a clickety-clack for a while, and that's just not going to do. So there's that work to do. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff. As you can clearly see, all the progress that I've made in making this thing a junk deposit instead of a car ready to go to Power Tour. That's everything. So let's get started. Let's get cranking and hopefully make some progress. Okay, so what I used here, actually, this is coated. This is it's just paint. It's just a cheap. Here, let me grab it. Actually, it's one of these super crazy, huge, superior coverage and durability, blah blah blah, Rust-Oleum. I thought the size of this can would go a lot further. I'm just going to go ahead and give you like an unsolicited review. It sprays out really fast, and a lot of it, and I felt like it just didn't cover like a regular spray can. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Maybe that's the way it is. So now that I've got this all white again, and believe it doesn't really match. It's just straight out of a Rust-Oleum can. But let's just say that that's a lot more inviting for some luggage and some kids stuff and things like that than it was before. So at the very least, and I made no efforts to mask things off or just do whatever. I just fogged it. I'm not trying to be intentionally sloppy or anything. I tried to do it pretty as neat as I could, but time is of an issue, and I did not intend on restoring this trunk for this trip. So now it's on to such a clean environment to work in. Now it's on to this filthy monstrosity. And there's quite a bit to do in here. And I feel like that I'm taking on water from the cowl. I think that this car has every single area that it could ingesting some sort of moisture as it sat over the years just decaying. The underside of the car is, I think I've said it 1,000 times, it's crazy solid. However, it may be crazy solid, but this car is rusty in all the places where it would normally take on water, which is here. If you've ever had a car that doesn't have a window frame, you know that it's going to almost always rot right there. The driver's footwell doesn't appear to be too rusty, but there are spots in here that are rotted, and where it mates to the, I guess you call it the firewall apron as it comes down to meet the floor pan. I have a feeling that that's going to have to, those parts aren't available, so I'm probably going to have to make those. These seats have to be recovered because I am not sitting on duct tape. And yeah, otherwise it is what it is. So let's go look on the other side. All right, so on this side, the rear floor pan is 100% solid. Can't really see it because it's filled with acorns and junk and stuff like that and squirrel decay. But this side has holes far more severe than the other side. So, and you can see through there. I'm not sure if you can see that. So it's crispy. I have no idea how much I'm going to have to cut out, but I did invest since it was cheaper than buying the panels individually. I bought one of those floor pans from AMD because it turned out to be a lot cheaper in the long run, but I don't think I'm going to have to replace the whole floor. Matter of fact, I do not intend to do that. So I'm going to get the camera set up and let's get crack-a-lackin'. Stop saying that. Terrible. All right, let's get after it. What do we got here? Let me see that way. I guess I'll start with the seatbelts. Yep, heater core. I bought that. Let's put it on the roof. Contribute to the pile of things that I feel like I'll never get to. I think it's time for probably a sweep, though. Because I gotta get under there. Hi, chuckleheads.
Toby looks very nice.
He does, huh? Well, he's getting fixed. And we're doing the works for our trip if we can make it. Still a long way to go, but a short time to get there. We're going to do what they say can't be done. Right?
Yeah. Are they drying still?
Yeah.
You just put paint on?
Yeah, don't touch them. You'll get paint on you.
Okay. We'll be careful.
We're going to do what they say can't be done, right?
Yeah.
Because we have a long way to go.
Yeah.
And a what?
And a short time to get there.
That's right. Except we don't have a snowman to help us. Do we?
Yeah. Yeah, very exciting, but we don't have one.
No, we don't have one. So now I've got to cut all the holes out of the floor.
Because it's not the North Pole. It's not the North Pole.
Yes, he's not that kind of snowman, but you're right. All right, so this is where Toby's shoe was. He's stuck under there. There's just a lot of crud and yuckies in here.
Are you going to get some gloves?
Yes, I'm going to put some gloves on here in a minute, sweetheart.
That's all stuff up.
Wow, that is dirty. We got a long way to go. And?
A short time to get there.
That's right. So we better get working, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, time to get some gloves on because it's pretty hantavirus in there.
Daddy, 2 cicadas are on the red watery bucket. Good.
Okay, let's keep cranking on this stinky car.
That's a straw. What is that?
I don't know what that is. It says Ford on it, so it must be something. We'll set that aside.
There's a ketchup. I don't.
Well, let's get the seatbelts out. How's that? What does that sound? Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put the windows down because it's hot. All right. Look at that. Beauty. She's a beaut car. How much you want to bet I don't have the right socket? A lot of money? Yeah. Bet me $1,000. Will you bet me $1,000?
Where are they?
The $1,000?
Yeah.
I don't know. You'll have to go make some money. Why don't you go earn some money for us, and then I'll bet you $1,000. Come on over under the camera and say hi to our friends. Right there. Come stand right here. Look over there. Say hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Hope you're enjoying our silly episode.
Hope you're enjoying our silly episode.
Now go make some money for us, okay?
Yay.
I'll see you back here when you have your 1,000. That might fit. I think you would have won that bet. Too bad we didn't shake on it. I guess I get to keep my 1,000. That's not fun. How do we put this window down? Oh, this goes down. I don't know if it's supposed to go down on that angle, though. But we'll find out if it doesn't come back up, which is usually the case. All right. Whew, paint fumes are fun. size, so I kind of, it works though. I would have won the bet. Talking to myself. We got a long way to go. Oh boy. Whew. Bending over sucks. This is interesting. How about we climb right in there? In the old Flintstone tetanus shot mobile. That is. I'll take the paintbrush. I mean, that is straight up tar paper. And it's even got lines on it, like. But that was factory. Super glad I painted. And the air's not circulate. What, honey?
I don't even know what you mean.
You don't know what I mean?
Yes.
For what?
As you said, I have to go inside.
You have to go make some money.
I don't know how.
Make us some thousands of dollars by being a professional chucklehead.
How do I do that?
I don't know. Just do what you're doing, I guess. How's that sound?
I cleaned my room yesterday.
Yeah, that's a good chucklehead.
And then
Chuckleheads who clean their rooms are good.
And then I cleaned the meals room yesterday.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Then I cleaned my room. Then I cleaned the music room. When you were at bowling.
Yeah, you did an amazing job. When I came home, I saw how clean it was.
And I tied my shoes. Taking out the carpet.
Yeah.
And it's so wet.
You want to say hi to the folks? Cute with your hair like that.
It's a new seat.
You want it? Well, it's not a new seat. It's just the seat. We have to put a new cover on it, though, huh?
This one, I thought that.
All of them.
I thought that was a new seat.
That's just another seat that was stuck in there. It's warm. There's just a lot of scrabby stuff in here. Lots of rust. If I can't do it quick, this is going to be a sad, sad family.
Be able to do the trick.
Not if there's holes in the floor.
Yes, we'll have to make everything nice. Not get the seats good and fix the floor, and then we can. That's what I know.
Oh. Well, we got, you know the song. Sing it. What do we have? A long way to,
Going.
short time to get there. Because we, Clara said hi to our friends, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah. Right here.
Say hi, friends.
Hi, friends. Are you gonna work out here?
I see you.
Now I'm peeking through a gooder window.
Phew.
The donut window.
Where did Mommy go? Did she run off this? As you can see, this is a 71. And a testament to how unrusty in most of the other places where it matters, these bolts are all coming out without incident, which is crazy to think about. Whoever had this car had to have had a kid, a little kid. Because there's little art supplies and stuff just everywhere. Paint brushes. Well, I guess I should probably just take these out anyway and clean them. They are, we'll call it, as my daughter would say, disgusting. She says, Daddy, those are disgusting. Yes, they are. Quite disgusting. I don't even know what isn't crunchy. That's pretty crispy. Crispy, crunchy, butter. Let's just get them all out. I found out since I've been working on this car that there are no shortcuts. Only long cuts. That's nice. Seatbelt window one out. This is just crunchy. Yeah, this both is funny. You can't have both. They both fold like inward. It's really impressive design flaw. Can't put both seats up. Let's crack them loose. Okay guys, real quick demo. I've got some thinner. I have some overspray on one of my brackets that I painted with KBS seal about 4 or 5 days ago, and I got some overspray when I was painting the trunk. So I'm cleaning it. So what I want to show you is, this is paint thinner. Yes, it's KBS coat paint thinner, but it's premium. It doesn't matter. It's premium paint thinner. And as you can see, I've got overspray that I just sprayed on this part. It's in here. I'm not sure what you can see. What I'm trying to demonstrate for you guys right now is the fact that that is paint thinner, and that's taking off freshly laid white paint that I didn't see these brackets underneath the car. So they got, but if you notice, the black isn't coming off, or is the shine even going away? That's because that KBS seal protects and it's impervious to solvents. So I'm going to do another one because you've seen this one. I just didn't want it all covered in overspray. So you can see it overspray off. Okay? All right. Now I'll get another bracket and show. I had these hidden underneath the car. I thought they were safe from overspray, but they were not. That Rust-Oleum stuff, man, that went everywhere. All right, this rag's a little bit shot. Let me get into one. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of thinner on it. Nothing else. And there you go. You see I've got my KBS coat nice and shiny. It's not coming off, no black. But the minute you hit a different kind of paint, you can see what's happening is it's emulsifying that freshly painted, oversprayed white Rust-Oleum, because I left these under the car, you know, when I was painting the trunk, thinking they were far enough away, and they were clearly not. But there's no black paint on this rag. It's just white overspray. Once this KBS coat stuff sets and seals, that's it. It's on there. You're gonna have to grind it off. And if you sprayed some on yourself, like I did, or brush some or splash some on yourself, I should say, you know, wear it for a while. Unless it's thick enough, you can scrape it off, but it hurts like the dickens, especially if you have hair and you're kind of grizzly like me with hair everywhere, places that you prefer not to have it. You're gonna wear this stuff for a while. All right, so that one's kind of clean. As you can see, I got that overspray everywhere, but I wanted these brackets to stay black. I could have just left them. I mean, they're bumper brackets. Who's gonna see them? But I know it's down there, so I just don't like overspray. All right, that's that one. And here's the last one that was under the car. I've got just a little bit on there. Let me put some more on there. And then I'm going to go over it one last time because it's kind of hazy because I'm smearing it around. I'm just using one rag. It's just a blue shop towel. But you can see I made kind of a mess. But there's, again, no black. There's no black on this rag. And I just painted this like 3-4 days ago. Will you guys remember? It's not that far. We're trying to make it to Power Tour. And these were the rusty bumper brackets that I ground smooth. I ground all the chunks off. I had to fix one of the bolts, tap one out, and then I KBS coated them. And this stuff is like, to me, I think it's better than Powder Coat, but you know, I'm biased. Again, I'm not a sponsor. They're not sponsoring me. I'm not an employee. I like the product. I use a lot of it, so it'd be awful nice if they would sponsor me and I could get some swag or something. Because I like free stuff. It's not bad. Free stuff is always good. Okay, so there you go. Overspray averted. Now I've got, this rag is pretty much destroyed. As you can see, there's still kind of a fog on it. That's just because I've removed it. I'm showing you the rag. There is no black paint on that rag. That's the key here. Not what I'm doing so much as it's not taking off the coat, the KBS coat, the seal. It's taking off the other paint because the other paint is not solvent resistant. And this thing, I've spilled brake fluid. I've taken parts to professional shops where they've had to drill and line bore something for me. I think it was a kingpin. I brought my kingpins to the shop, and they were on the 49 when I was redoing the 49, and they said, "What the heck is on this?" We were cleaning it, and we were soaking it in materials in order to do the line bore and hone, and none of it, this paint didn't come off. And he was a professional restoration shop, and I said, I introduced him to it. I don't know if he uses it, but I introduced him to it. I said, well, this is my favorite product that I happened to stumble across a few years ago. And I'll be darned if it's not my favorite thing in the world when it comes to... I coat everything instead of primer now. If it's bare metal and it's been rusted, it gets KBS seal first before I do any paint work. Then I put it on thick enough that you can level it and sand it and whatnot. So there you go. I just cleaned some parts with overspray. You can see that it's impervious to the solvents, even its own solvent. So with that, I'm going to get back to the floor here, and that demonstration is over. All right, quick update. Got the floor out of the box. Definitely bought way more floor than I needed. But I'll be honest, I really had no idea. And I probably should have pulled all the car apart first and then ordered material. But I'm not sure. I'm not so sure that this isn't still the right plan, because there's plenty of metal that I could use off of this and other places that it's really hurting. So this is the AMD floor pan, and besides, it's rusted in some really weird areas. So here's an update. This is the interior. If you can see, the toe board is rusty and it's really chewy in there. So you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some KBS coat. But check this out. If you can see this, this is a factory. This is supposed to be welded. That is a factory floor. That is supposed to be a tack weld right there. And water was getting in there and rotting this because it was only 2 tack welds. The rest of it was just laying in there from the factory, like that didn't take or whatever, or it's separated. And then I've got this right here where it's rusted out. The floor pan, the replacement pan, goes like this, and it's leaving me to solve for this. I'm honestly not going to go crazy replacing it. If you look at it from underneath, which I'm going to get you down there in just a second, on this side, I mean, this metal looks nasty in here, and it's super thick still though. And if you look under here, all that frame, all that unpainted forward metal, I mean, it's just solid. So it's just the inside that got, because water was getting in it and laying inside the carpet and just rotting it from the inside out. I'm still going to contend that this is a 50,000 mile car, because it just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of wear on the pedals. It does say, I think it says 53,000. I'm not sure if you can read that. I can't read it. Maybe it says 53. Yeah, but it doesn't have a whole lot. I mean, I'm still going to contend that it's a low mile car, because, and it was a woman's car for sure, because I found a lot of hair pins and a lot of hair clips and things that you would have worn in the 70s. In here I found a little kid's shoe wedged under here. I'll bet you that little kid lost his shoe a long time ago, and he never stopped paying the price for it to his mom. So there was a shoe under there. There was like little plastic paint brushes and crayons and stuff in the back here that indicate that there was at least a woman drove this car, because all the hair stuff was on this side. And you know what, it makes lots of sense that it was, because you know, most guys would have chopped that up and put a custom stereo in it in the 70s or 80s anyway, so it makes a lot of sense that it probably was. Although somebody did some super excellent speaker work, because I found some, you probably can't see it, but I found some telephony wire over there, so maybe somebody put some boom booms in here at one point. But anyway, this is this side, getting dangerously close to Power Tour. Today's the 23rd of May, and I'm telling you, I don't know, this is just, every time I open it up, it's like, well, if I do this, then I should seal that, and if I seal that, then I should also paint that, because I'm in here and I'm going to put a carpet in here, and I'm going to put padding in here, and I'm going to put sound deadening in here really quick. And if I don't do it I don't want to have to take it all back out just so we can go on power tour. And there's no way. This side, the hole was right here. It was this big, and there's no way I could put my kids in the back seat with that hole in it. So I had to address the floors, and I'm desperately running out of time because this trunk ate my lunch. And in here was way more work and way more rust than I had anticipated. So, yeah, I'm still paying the price on that. And that paint is still tacky, and I painted it like 3 hours ago, so I don't know if that thing's ever going to dry. So in here, looks like next steps are to figure out how much of this floor I'm going to remove, because what you're looking at is solid, and there's lots of little doodads and stuff that are welded to the bottom of it. And in the sake of time, I might just patch it. I can just cut the L out of it, because this is super thick. I mean, you're looking at this. It looks crispy. Maybe that corner is a bit crispy, but I'm trying not to get into where all the little e-brake stuff is, and just make more work for myself. Because if the metal's thick, if it's good, I'm gonna save it. All right, so that's where I am now. I'm gonna just kind of get back to crack-a-lacking on this. I'm just going to start cleaning out now with the wire brush. I'm going to start doing all that on this side and seeing what I have to do to make patches in here and get ready in here for some KBS coat, because it's screaming for it. It's saying coat me with KBS coat. Coat me with KBS coat. It's really not saying that. But I mean, this is just, I mean, it's just so nasty in here. So it's time to get this remedied if we're gonna make the tour this year. We're registered, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna be able to make it with this car. As I was saying, I've gotten it this far. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's get going with the grinding wheel. This is my favorite thing. Nope, no, it's not. Not even close. All right, let's get started, and I'll give you an update as soon as I get something done here.